Yo, what up y'all? It's your boy Dwight back again with another video. This is another day in my life of me documenting me building my business to $2 million for the year. In this video, I'm about to head to my retwist appointment. So yeah, just stay tuned. And in this video, we are going to talk about kind of my game plan for next week. Talk about, I guess, a rev check. That's low-key it, honestly. Yeah, so let's get into it. So in terms of plans for what I kind of anticipating on what I want to do for next week, the whole goal honestly is to just increase our volume of creative output. This week it was supposed to be that we doubled our ad spend so if we can double our revenue, but you know, I came to the realization that something in our funnel was broken, which was our offer. It's looking like our offer, to be honest, is fixed for the most part. We've seen a big lift in buying intent as well as our conversion rate. So I want to say that it's completely fixed. I can't necessarily deem it completely fixed. It's only been like 3 days. We'll know probably in like a 7-day window. Well, not probably. We will know in a 7-day window. But for now, I kind of want to be proactive and take action now. I'm seeing a lot of the campaigns that were taking the piss last week and even earlier on this week before we made the change are starting to get some good amount of purchases. So those one looks like campaigns that we will be able to scale up, honestly, if not today, tomorrow. And it's looking like we're honestly in a good position when it comes to the first jewelry store. So yeah, the main thing here is just going to be increasing our volume of input of creatives. We already have like, I think we have, why should I go? Okay, we have like low-key 10 plus creatives or batches, whatever you want to call it, in the tuck right now, like ready to be launched. I just been holding off because our offer was obviously kind of fucked, so I didn't want to launch shit and not give it a proper test. But now it seems like, again, our stuff's looking good. We have 10 batches in the tuck ready to be launched. We have as well 5 in ClickUp that my editor needs to create, and again, it's looking like we're in a good direction to pump out a bunch of volume and hopefully be able to double budgets next week. That's the whole goal right now. We're trying to push to see if we can get to this fuck, this girl's on the fucking road, bro, bike and shit. But yeah, to see if we can get to 2K days sometime next week, hopefully. Yeah, and if the momentum stays like this, I believe we can do it. It's just about us spending upwards of 1K a day. Right now we're spending anywhere from like 500, 550 to like 600 a day right now. And I really do think with the new sale that we're pushing right now, it's supposed to be a limited time offer as well. So we haven't ran the hero product at a low offer or low price point like this since, honestly, like almost like, I don't even know, damn near a year. So that's why I feel like it's been performing really very, very well. I'll show you the performance when I get to the barbershop or whatever, or whenever the fuck. But yeah, that's kind of the game plan there. Just making sure that, again, our offer is dialed. It seems like it's decent. Now it's just creative output is the key to our success now. And again, I told you guys last video, we were able to identify, okay, our creative loop was a bit fucked up. So now we're making sure that we're emphasizing that we actually analyze our performance on our creative level. Like we all look at our performance on a ad account level, be like, okay, our ROAS is this, okay, let me turn this off. But we don't necessarily always look at, okay, why did this ad do bad, or why is this ad doing well? We don't necessarily always analyze this shit, and that's something that we need to analyze if we want to understand how to make better ads, and also explain to our team how to make better ads. Like me right now, I'm at a point where I don't necessarily want to make all the creatives myself. I can't necessarily even make all the creatives myself because, bro, making 10 batch creatives a day is draining. I don't necessarily have time for it. And it's one of those ones where you have to understand what's the biggest ROI of your time. Like I talked about briefly about this last video, but like realistically, things like editing, customer service, that's such a low, you know, a low, I don't want, how do I even, like a low leverage task that literally anybody can do it. But I'm not saying to outsource that shit if you don't know what you're doing. If you haven't never done customer service or edited videos yourself, then I recommend not hiring anybody out. You want to ideally be able to do the task yourself, so when you hire somebody, you know if they're doing it well enough. But for me currently, I'm at the stage where, I've been around this brand for, a hot minute. And we need an editor to, edit the shit. And we've had this editor since December. She's just starting to, lock in right now. It's been a couple of months now, and she's getting very, very good at these edits, and it's been saving me like damn near like 20 plus hours a week, and so much headspace, and allowing me to think about different things and being able to understand, okay, this is the biggest leverage point where we can kind of find optimizations and just understand how we can overall just improve the business and be able to scale. Before, all of my day was damn near consumed on editing. I was like, fuck, like, before I know it, it's like 9 p.m. and I just finished editing like 5 videos, and I'm like, okay, it's gotta stop, you feel me? So again, great stuff there. The main thing as well with this creative output is I need to also train my editor to be able to come up with her own concepts. Usually this is like more of a creative strategist job, but my editor, I'm not gonna lie, is pretty on it. Like, she's very eager to work. She wants to get paid more and shit like that. And the biggest thing here, when you're like hiring people, you kind of have to make sure that they're, down for the grind for the vision. She's really down for the cause. So it's like, why would I not invest in her, teach her how to do this shit? And realistically, bro, a lot of this shit, especially for this store, like if you're running like a health related product, sometimes, it might be a bit harder to make these concepts. But for a jewelry store, like, the concepts aren't necessarily hard to come up with. It's just you find inspiration and you just re-engineer it and make it work for yourself. That's literally all you have to do. So like every week now, we usually do weekly calls, but now on these weekly calls, we kind of break down strategy on how to kind of prompt ChatGPT, going about finding concepts, putting clips together, and just, training her to the point where she might not necessarily need me to always come up with concepts, but I'll probably always be in that. Honestly, that's like my best point, honestly. So I think I'll always be in the creative section of any business I'm running, but that means that we have double the output that can be coming out. That's the biggest thing. We want to be able to, again, we don't have budget necessarily to get a creative strategist, but we want to find a way where we can increase even more creatives. And another point as well on that I told you guys like probably a week ago now, was the creative flywheel that I was building. It's like a slow progress. I'm not necessarily it's not necessarily where all my time's going right now, because we're just trying to increase as much revenue as possible so we can, sustain all the expenses with the business. But currently right now, as I told you, we're trying to build a system where we're always getting organic affiliates posting for our store, so we can help our blended efforts, as well as giving us a shit ton of content. So on top of the content that the editor and I are making, we have affiliates pumping out a bunch of content, giving us raw footage, and yeah, just building up our organic efforts with the brand, so we can, again, have a good blended ROAS. Imagine every single day you're getting 10 sales guaranteed from a boatload of influencers. That's huge. And yeah, that's kind of what we're working on right now. Yesterday was a big win for us. We were able to close our first influencer. So, or not influencer really, they're micro influencers. We're looking for makes mainly people that have under like 20k followers, just because anyone more than that want to get paid up front. The people with lower followers, typically the thing with them is that they haven't necessarily done that many deals, for one. For two, yeah, that's actually the main point, honestly. They haven't done many deals for real, so they're really they don't mind not getting paid. And for two, they're in a position where, their account isn't like abused, basically. Like, not many people have probably seen promos from them, because like they're a newer influencer. So that gives us the opportunity to, hopefully, once they make their posts, we get one sale. If we get one sale, bro, we are profitable. So it's not even about the sales necessarily, it's more about the content that we can output with them. And it's also about a volume game with these affiliates as well. So right now we're only outsourcing 5 a day. We're taking it pretty slow because we want to make sure that the proof of concept is there. But once the proof of concept is there and we kind of gain some momentum with that shit, we are going to just look to honestly outsource like 100 a day, hopefully close like 100 a day, hopefully close like, I don't even know, like 100 or 200 to 100 like creators a month. But you could guys kind of see why it makes sense, or it doesn't make sense, but the reason why we need a lot of revenue to come in, because if we're, that's going to be like 3K spent on affiliates. Hopefully they each get like one sale. That might bring back, a couple thousand, maybe 6,000, I don't know. But, you see where like this is going, right? We're going to have a bunch of income coming in from different pages, as well as, content. It's basically a TikTok shop method. We can't necessarily run a TikTok shop for one, run Canada for two. The product doesn't necessarily, I don't want to give it away too much, but the product can't necessarily be on TikTok shop, even if we were able to find a loophole. So we got to kind of create our own, different system that follows the same concept. And yeah, that's the whole idea behind it. And I don't know if you guys have seen the brand. Now I'm going on a crazy side tangent on kind of what I've been thinking about for this store, but I don't know if you guys have ever seen Comfort, the clothing brand. It's like Comfort, but like without a O or some shit. But basically, the whole way that they've been able to scale, literally in 2 years, they've been able to do 500 million, is straight up the affiliate system. But they're doing it on TikTok Shop. But they essentially have a bunch of creators that they have on retainer. Like, apparently they're the ghosts of this. Like, no other brand does it the way they do it. But they essentially have they hop on calls with their creators, and they just give them great incentives, obviously, and they just build a family with them. So like right off the gate, they tell them, yo, for a month, you're posting 30 videos, or no, it's not 30 videos, it's 5 videos a day or some shit like that. And I'm like, damn, like right off the gate, sometimes they're paying these people up front, which right now we can't necessarily do, but it's like, damn, it's a good way to kind of see how these bigger brands are operating. This guy is doing 50 million a year, and it's literally just as simple as, having a bunch of affiliates under his belt, just posting consistently, and now he cracked paid. And as you guys know, creators is king. So it's like, if he's able to go viral with this content, there's no reason why, for the most part, this viral content won't absolutely print cash for him. So that's kind of like the system that we're testing. We don't necessarily know how well that's going to do. I played around with this affiliate system in not the affiliates. I kind of did more the collabs route, where we were paying them for promotions. Honestly, it did decently. We were able to like scale up to like 30K a month, like back in the day though. So I mean, I didn't know what I was doing then, so I feel like it got to perform a lot better now that I have a bit more experience with this ecom stuff and kind of understand, the whole process of this shit. But yeah, that's kind of the whole game plan here. Again, we fixed the offers, so the biggest thing here is to see how we can pump out as much creators as possible and make a shit ton of fucking money, man. Like, we've been kind of in a standstill with this brand, but we have to learn different things, test different shit. So it is what it is. It's a part of the game. And yeah, boys, that's kind of all for the first store. For the second store, second store kind of taking a piss this week. The reason being mainly is because the interests that we were running, that we're performing, are doing pretty ass. And the reason being is because they've been running for a long time now. They got a couple of sales, but not a couple of sales. A lot of them got like 3 sales, but none of them were able to crack like 5. I decided to just turn them shits off, and just focus on the one that had the, how do I explain this? So the one that had the best ROAS, as well as had a creative that had a lot of sales. Because a lot of them, they had sales, but it was going to like multiple creatives. But for this one, the one that I duplicated it and I put it on a higher budget, like $20 a day, which is like the target CPA for this product, because it's like a lower price point or lower AOV product, is what we launched basically. I don't know what I just said, I'm not gonna lie. I was looking at the road, but essentially we just increased the best performing interest and put out $20 a day. There was the VSL that was performing well. I think the VSL was doing shit because we were spending too little, honestly. It decided to perform towards the UK. We had as well a winning creative in there. There's 3 of them. There's one that just outperformed all the other ones. So I said, okay, cool. We identified that, okay, that's the winner. And the winning location was the UK, so I duped it, put in the UK again, put it to the target CPA rather than $10 a day, which honestly was a bit too low. I think that's why a lot of these shits isn't performing out well. But I duped that shit again. These are AOV ABOs, so we have those two, and we have a last one that I just duped, the VSL one to the US. And the reason why I did that now is because we got better pricing from our supplier. Our pricing was way too fucking high for our COGS the last couple of weeks for that store. So that's what we were pivoting towards the top 4 and shit. But right now, our, again, COGS are looking very, very, very good. So, or not good, honestly. They're just a lot better than before. So that's kind of where we're at. And yeah, the whole goal there for that store, I guess, if we want to talk about goal as well for the upcoming week, is just hopefully getting some, oh fuck, I lost that one at broads. Hopefully the broad campaign does well, so we can do some creative testing. I don't necessarily like doing creative testing with interest. I don't know why. It just doesn't perform the same way as broad for whatever reason. Like, that's what I've seen on multiple ad accounts for whatever reason. Like, I've tested it out, it works sometimes, but it's super hit or miss. So yeah, like, I'm just trying to hopefully get broad to crack. We've spent a good amount of money now, and I feel like broad low-key should work. That's why I kind of was taking it slow just to let it optimize. So hopefully broad works, because I'm tired of kind of running these interests. I have still like 5 batches of creatives in the tuck waiting to be launched for that store as well. So it's like, it's kind of like a waiting game on there. Maybe I should just launch it all at the same time, but I'm not trying to waste budget right now, if I'm being honest. So yeah, that's like, again, the biggest thing there, as well as something I did change too, is I realized that our bundle that we're running was kind of fucked, because everybody was opting for the, so it's basically like a quantity break. The first offer was just the normal price point. Second one was buy one get 3 free, and the last one was buy 3 and get like 1 free, and then like you get like an ebook, and then you get like, so the shit is low-key just too complicated for no reason. And the highest take rate was literally the highest take rate was literally the first one, which was the lowest AOV offer, and that's kind of another reason why we were seeing shitter performance. So that's why, like, I went back yesterday, I looked at it as okay, that was a bit retarded. Realistically, the second bundle should have been very close to the third one. So that's what I did yesterday, and yeah, hopefully that starts to do well, and we can get an AOV of around, like, I think the AOV is set for $55 from that. So if we can, again, acquire customers, and for the most part people buy that one, then we'll be in a very good position. That's the main reason why we were a bit cooked, because our AOV is too fucking low. Like, prior to us, testing this shit, we were getting like a 50%, or no, not even, it was looking like, I don't remember, honestly, it was 50 to 60% take rate on the lower one. Then I A/B tested that one with something else, then it was just cooked. So we're still A/B testing it, but it's clear to me that the first offer that we're running, that one's not even doing well anymore. I don't know why. I think it's because the UK, Australia, and Canada don't necessarily have the best buying intent. I don't know why. Like, that's what I've been seeing. Like, when we were running mostly US, everybody was, oh, that's low-key why actually is doing so bad, because the US, everybody in the US was literally taking the middle one. Like, the middle one was always the one performing the best. But out of nowhere now, they're always taking the cheapest shit. So low-key, that might be the issue. I don't know if that's the issue. Again, I'm just thinking, yapping at this point. But, I'm just brainstorming and thinking about the biz and seeing, what we can improve on. And that's what I think. Again, hopefully the goal for there, the goal for that store as well was to boost up our ad spend. We didn't necessarily have the chance to, because nothing was performing well. So hopefully we're able to cook up something this weekend. Hopefully we can get some better performance, and again, scale that bad boy to 1K a day, because bro, I'm not gonna lie, we've been running this shit for a little while. It wasn't necessarily my number one focus lately, but still, we got to get back on it, analyze this shit, and see what we can cook up and get to 1K days, boys. Like, we're not doing this shit to make only like $90 a day. So let's hopefully get to that point soon. And yeah, I'm almost to my appointment. Probably touch on one last thing before I get to do a rev check and let y'all go. But I also want y'all boys to consistently analyze your funnel, because a lot of the time shit in your funnel might break, or a lot of the reason what's stopping you from going from, let's say, I don't know, being unprofitable to being profitable is literally just sometimes a pricing issue, sometimes something on your lander is cooked, sometimes your ads are just fucked. But a lot of you guys, when you first start off, don't necessarily know what the issue is, which is fine. Like, that's just a common issue that you're gonna go through, and that's something that I went through as well. But I recommend all you guys, when you see you launch a test, analyze it on like a 3-day window. And before you do anything, before you turn it off, kind of analyze, okay, all my ad metrics where they need to be. So look at your CTR, look at your CTR, look at your CPC, and look at, okay, are these good CPCs? Is this a good CTR? If the answer is no, then bro, the reason why you're not getting sales is because your ads are just shit. And that's literally what it is. Like, there's no going about it. Like, that's literally what the issue is for your current brand right now. If you look at the CTR, the CPC, and everything is relatively good, then the issue there isn't any of those. The issue there, you need to start looking at, okay, I'm getting people to click onto my website, but look at your buying intent. Is there people adding to cart? If there's no people adding to cart, then for the most part, that isn't an offer issue. So maybe your price is way too fucking high. Maybe it's just too high. Maybe your website's scammy. Maybe people don't like the way your website looks. Something's wrong with your website. There's something wrong with your site. If you're in a position where you are getting add to carts, initially checkouts, you're getting all that shit, it looks decent, then, and you're not getting sales, then in that case, it's solely the price point. For the most part, a lot of times I see shipping is the biggest thing. Sometimes people are just charging way too much for the product, or your checkout's just broken. So you kind of have to analyze every single aspect of your funnel when some shit's not, going your way. And that's kind of what I've been doing recently this week, because again, we've been running this offer for the second store, or for the first store, sorry, for the last couple of months. It used to work in December, but it's not working right now. And that's another thing. Sometimes the offer that you used to run isn't gonna work anymore, and like, that's fine. You just have to understand to he's turning bad. You have to learn to adapt, bro. Like, it's perfectly fine for the offer that you used to run not to work anymore. It's literally a part of the game. But you just have to understand that you gotta test different shit. You gotta A/B test different shit and see where the issue lies in your funnel. And yeah, that's kind of like it for this video. I'm like a couple minutes, not even a couple minutes, literally like 2 minutes from my appointment. So kind of like talk to you guys about what I've been thinking about in terms of the Discord that I talked to you guys about last video. Hopefully you guys made it to the end of the video through my yap sesh. But I see one of y'all, shout out my boy Zakia, he was saying how he's fucking with the Discord, which I want to make it free. It'll just be a Discord where you have an opportunity to talk to me and shit. You have an opportunity to also get access to some resources, probably live calls, honestly. And yeah, we can just chop it up on there. So I kind of want to give opportunity to anybody that starting off, in the same position as me, or even doing better. We can just talk about what's working amongst each other, talk about what didn't work, and just all grew together. So I kind of want to open that to you guys. Let me know again in the description if you want it, though, because again, like, I'm not gonna make it if y'all don't want it. But that's kind of the idea that I have. I had the Telegram. I mean, it's still there, honestly. But it's like, I feel like a lot of y'all might not even use Telegram or not know how to use Telegram. And I don't think you can section like the resources properly on there. So I kind of, again, want to give a better opportunity for a lot of y'all starting off to just get access to how I find products, access to this and that. And just give y'all the opportunity to just, make money and shit. So that's kind of the whole angle in there. For now, though, if you have any questions, hit me in the DMs, DM me. If you need a supplier, if you need a question about your ad account, like what's your performance looking like and shit like that, you don't know what to kind of fix in your funnel, hit me up. I'll see if I can help. I should be able to help for the most part. If I can't, point you in the right direction. Yeah, that's about it. Appreciate you guys. Hope you guys are taking action today with your ecom store. Hopefully you started ecom store. First of all, if you did, hopefully you did take action. And yeah, I really hope y'all are taking action, because I hope y'all taking action. Really want to, change your life and just do well. Because I mean, if you're not gonna do it for yourself, then who is? You know what I mean? I don't know why that lady's staring at me. Racist shit, bro. I hate when people stare at me, bro. That shit pisses me off. Fuck, I'm gonna fuck up this parking, I'm not gonna lie. Gotta put this shit down real quick. Can't even see the line. This nigga looking at the door. There's low-key no room here. Yeah, low-key, fuck that, actually. There's low-key no room here, I'm not gonna lie. Fucking hell. Fuck on my car. I bet, better parking. That. My bad, y'all. Real quick though, let me show y'all the rev check before I head in. My fault. Let me open the rev check. Alright, so today we are doing shit on the second store, or the first store, which who cares? Is what it is. Fluctuations. See, yesterday, decent day, we had a 30% margin. Today though, we are a bit down, which again, nothing's wrong with that. There's fluctuations at lower scale. We were cooked today. We probably end the day probably like maybe a 1K day, maybe a bit less. So nothing too crazy there. Maybe we'll honestly do 500, who knows? But today, right now, for the first store, we're at no sales. It's like yesterday we did 37. We spent a bit more yesterday, so not the best. But yeah, that's what performance is looking like. Appointments right now, so I'll catch y'all in the next video. Appreciate you guys for watching this video. And peace. Real.